Your girl Brittany Renner going out bad again. This your big cuz Mazo.
A lot of people think I'm getting X amount in child support and I don't have to work and I have to do all this stuff, but it's like I very much provide for my child. And I'm here right now. My mom is watching my son, and I'm here like doing the damn thing. I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
Same sis. A lot of people judge that, but it's like when you have to, you can't rely on your child's father to provide for you, so you have to make a way.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like I've never been about money. It's never been about that, but it's like, especially me not getting 200,000, which people always say that, which is like I'd have all my homegirls get pregnant by him if that was the case.
Was on the tablet.
That was what I don't know, for whatever reason. That
I don't know
was
why
what
that
was
number, but it
circulated.
was that number.
But it's like I provide for my child.
Yeah.
I get $2,500 a month.
Okay, so those reports years ago saying Brittany Renner was getting $200,000 per month in child support were false. She came out and said she was getting $2,500 per month in child support, but that was also a lie. In a recent court filing, Brittany revealed she was getting $5,500 per month, but you saw how easy that lie slipped out of her mouth on that.
What's up, y'all? This your boy Mazo. Now, shout out to Pink Book Lessons. Guys, Brittany Renner left that $3,000 out so she can stoke the narrative about her being a strong, independent woman and she's doing the damn thing by her damn self. That's why she did that.
Podcast when she wanted to pretend like she was a superwoman, independent, don't need no man for nothing because her mama was her baby's babysitter while she was hustling to provide. She told them people she was getting $2,500 per month, but conveniently left off $3,000. Yeah, she was getting $5,500 per month. And remember this when she and her mama crashed out on PJ Washington and his wife when they came to pick up his son?
See, guys, when she crashed out like this, I did a video on it. When she crashed out like this, she was trying to create a narrative. Because she pretty much found out that he was in negotiation deals of what is I think a $90 million deal. I'm pretty sure she found out, and that's why she's trying to create this narrative and try to start shit with him when all he was there to do was just to pick up his son.
Okay, hold on, pause. This is what we're not doing. So every time that he does this, I'm gonna record this. Because that's not okay. I'm just letting you know. No, the thing is, this is the third time he's done it.
She was trying to make an issue. Well, she was trying to create a narrative because her son was crying. The kid is 3 years old, or maybe 4. That's what they usually do. But you see, now Brittany Renner is pretty much going out bad. Because now she's struggling. She's damn near going broke. Now she's trying to use her kid as leverage to get money from this guy, PJ Washington, her baby father.
Yeah, what the f you looking at? Get your shit out my driveway. You don't pay for.
That's a silly ass mama, y'all. So now you know why Brittany Renner is unhinged. Now you know why Brittany Renner doesn't know how to act, because her mother hasn't set a good example for her.
Either $170,000 to your with $11,000 in your son's bank account. $11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170 to that boat. Get out your car. Get out.
I mean, look at this. Look at her mother out here trying to fight these little young women. I mean, as you can see, Brittany Renner's mother has set a bad example for her. Now you understand why Brittany Renner acts the way she acts, with no accountability, thinking she can do whatever she wants to do. But you see, you pay for that in the long run. And now what Brittany Renner's experience is, she's paying for that. All the bad decisions that she's made, she's now paying for that. Brittany Renner is going broke. Now she's trying to use her kid, her son, as leverage to get money from PJ Washington.
Come on.
I knew something was up then. One, she was recording this mess, but she tried to make him look bad and only made a fool of herself, showing herself picking a fight with him for no apparent reason, while he was only trying to pick up his son for visitation. And it was her mama bringing up money, complaining that her grandson only had like 11,000 or whatever it was in his
because they're trying to set up a narrative.
bank account, while she said PJ's 304 had a bunch of money. Yeah, Brittany's mama was calling PJ Washington's wife his 304, bringing up
Unacceptable, because the wife don't have anything to do with that.
Money and talking down on her grandson's 5-figure bank account when he's only in daycare. Back then, I already knew what was up. Brittany Renner was broke, around there hanging at her mama's house, very average, and she was 38 hot when she saw PJ pull up in what appeared to be a new truck with his new wife.
Well, here's the thing. Brittany Renner stated that it's hard to live in California. So now she needs money. She needs more money. She needs $35,000 a month. So it's because she's saying she's struggling. But see, here's the thing. Move. Nobody told you to move to California. You chose to do that. PJ Washington, he's abiding by the agreement that was set. I find it funny how these women, they can just come along and try to change up the terms whenever they feel like it. I mean, that's outrageous to me. Think about it, guys. These women, the system is so rigged against men that these women, they can just try to change the terms whenever they feel like it. No. PJ Washington is paying what was agreed upon. You struggling, that's your problem. You're a grown woman. You need to figure it out. And you see, I know it's going to be some people out there that's feeling sorry for Brittany Renner. No, hell no. Fuck all that. Don't feel sorry for her. She's a grown woman. She chose to move to California. She need to figure it out. And another thing, if that's the case, since it's about the kid, right? You need to let that kid go stay with his father since you can't afford to take care of him. Because it's about the child, right? It's what's best for the child. What's best for the child right now is for him to go stay with his father, where he can be in a stable home because you can't afford to take care of him. You're struggling, as you said, right? Being that it's about the child. I'm just saying.
Right in the middle of trying to ink his largest contract yet, worth $90 million. And I knew then that Brittany's behavior was because of the money. She was acting out. Yeah, she was angry that she wasn't getting a cut, and now we see why. Brittany is crying broke to the judge, begging her baby daddy for $35,000 per month in child.
And guys, another thing, she's the one who chose to leave PJ Washington and put him on child support. See, that could have been her, that good life that he's living. See, Brittany Renner, she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that she's miserable. And he's living the luxurious life. Posting it on Instagram and shit. She don't like that. That's why she's around here struggling. She chose to leave him. That could have been her. So once again, guys, don't feel sorry for women like this. I don't feel sorry for her ass. Good for her. Honestly, I'm actually happy that shit happened in her ass. This is what happens when you make bad decisions.
Support. And in those papers she recently filed, it was revealed that she received a lump sum of $130,000 for child support from a court in North Carolina, in addition to monthly payments of $5,500.
See how conniving that is. She didn't even mention all that. She lied and said she was only getting $2,500 minus the $3,000, plus she got a lump sum on top of that. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. Brittany Renner, she was a well-known social media personality. She pretty much checks all the boxes. What happened? I mean, seriously, what happened? Because she was getting all kind of brand deals, and what I'm trying to say is, at this point, at 33 years old, she has nothing to show for it. All these damn brand deals she was getting, she don't got nothing to show for it. So now you want to extract more money out of him just because you failed and just because you're miserable. I hope you don't get it.
And basically, now that he got a new contract and a wife, that's no longer enough money for her. Yeah, Brittany filed paperwork in California, no shame whatsoever, crying broke, begging for more money. She's asking for at least $35,000 per month from PJ Washington in an effort to, quote, raise their 4-year-old son in a manner suitable to a kid with such a rich.
It don't take that much to raise a child, guys. $35,000 a month. It don't take that much to raise a child. This is a cash grab. She's trying to finesse. And shame on her for doing that. Shame on her. Because if she's struggling that bad, right? If she's struggling that bad, then you need to give that kid up to him. You need to pass that kid along to him so he can take care of it. Being that you can't afford to do it right now. And there's nothing, guys, it's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes people go through things. There's nothing wrong with giving that kid up to him. But she don't want to do that because she wants the money. And it's all about her. She don't give a damn about that damn child. It's all about the money. She's trying to get her lifestyle back. That's what she's trying to do.
Father. That's what she wrote. She claimed in court documents when she and the NBA player first agreed on the $5,500 child support payments. They lived together in North Carolina, but things have drastically changed since she and the toddler moved to California late last year. Brittany says she cannot afford the high cost of living given the current child.
Well, bitch, move then, dummy. Move to Texas where he at. Where it's cheaper. And more tax friendly. Why the hell you want to keep staying in California? California is in ruins. California is in pretty much like $1 billion in debt. Plus, they're not tax friendly. So why the hell would you want to stay there? If it's all about the child, then you need to move to Texas where he is, Dallas.
Support orders, and she added that with PJ exercising less than half of the visitation time he's entitled to, she's now struggling to make ends meet. So let me get this straight. If she can't afford the high cost of living in LA, then why is this flamingo in LA? Why are you not in a place that's more affordable where you can actually take care of yourself? Then how you pick up and move all the way across the other side of the country, complain he's missing half his visits, while at the same time releasing videos.
Which nobody asked her to do. She did it on her own. She chose to go move to California. Nobody asked you to do that.
Video of you and your mama yelling and screaming at him, picking fights with him and his wife whenever they come to pick him up for said visitation. Literally making it hard on the kid and the father because you're mad, then trying to use that in court. And PJ is already a simp and a dummy because if you don't use that to get full custody, then he's a complete fool. Brittany went on to say, quote, I cannot provide a life anywhere similar to that of his father. Okay, Brittany, if you can't take care of the son like his father can, then sounds like the child should be shipped off to live with his father, right?
Facts, I just
the person who can provide a roof over his head because Brittany can't afford her expensive LA rent and the baby is suffering, according to her. But no, the answer for her isn't let me give this baby to the person who can take care of it. No, that would make too much sense. Her answer is to beg a judge to force PJ to not just provide for his child, something he's already doing, by the way, because he's not behind in any payments. No. She's asking the judge to make PJ.
He's not behind in any payments, and he's abiding by the contract, the agreement that was set. Once again, guys, these women, guys, this is some shit that's been set by the Democrats. This is some old liberal shit where these women can just go and just reset the rules or reset the terms. No, the agreement was 500.5 a month. And she got a lump sum, which she didn't even say anything about that. So what happened to all that money? Not to mention all the other brand deals she was getting at that time. Because Brittany Renner, she was making a lot of money. Make no mistake about it. But see, she failed. So he shouldn't have to be paying more money just because you failed. No, you a grown ass woman. You need to figure that shit out. And guys, once again, I don't feel sorry for her ass. I'm glad this shit happened to her ass. To her ass. Good for her. I'm glad this shit happening to her. Because Brittany Renner, she's been conniving. Trying to use that kid as a damn cash grab. Shame on her.
They provide for her grown lazy behind too. And we can't forget her mama. See, all that yelling and acting a fool on social media done caught up with her. And popping her thought pocket is obviously played out. Now remember, I pointed out when that confrontation happened at her mama's house with PJ that at the time PJ was in the middle of contract negotiations and Brittany and her mama was up there about to sabotage the whole situation, being jealous over money. They tried to bait PJ into a physical confrontation that would have ended his whole career. Well, PJ recently signed that new 4-year, $90 million contract extension.
Shout out to PJ Washington for not taking that bait
With the Dallas Mavericks. And Brittany made sure to highlight that in her paperwork. She told the judge about the new contract and said he lives a life of luxury with his wife and their children. Brittany told it all. She's been keeping score on PJ and the wife. She's coming for both of them. She said, quote, they have multiple luxury vehicles, constantly post their designer shopping clothes, and boast about luxury vacations. In contrast, I live in a humble Airbnb rental in West Hills and shop for clothes at Target.
I doubt she's guys. I seriously doubt that. I don't think that could be true. It's like 50-50, but she's just trying to over dramatize it. I don't think she shops at Target like that. But if that's the case, so what? You're the one who chose to live out there. Nobody forced you out there. And you see, by her pocket watching him and his wife, watching everything they do, it shows that she's very jealous and she's a miserable woman. Because now she's trying to do what all these other black women like to do, try to make the black man's life a living hell just because they're miserable and they've moved on with their life with another woman. Now, when she was with your boy Kevin Gates, she wasn't even worrying about PJ Washington. Now Kevin Gates done kicked her ass to the curb. She ain't got nobody else. She going broke. Now she's trying to make his life a living hell.
In addition to $35,000 per month, Brittany is also asking PJ to pay her attorney's fees, which total $50,000. And see, I knew it was about jealousy and money the whole time when her and her messy mama was up there doing all that recording, complaining about money that he didn't even owe her when he was only trying to pick up his son. Brittany knew PJ didn't owe her any money, so she directed that anger towards him, and not just him, but his wife too. She tried to fight her and had her mama bringing up how much money he spent on his wife. The whole time, Brittany and her mama was up there mad because that grandson was supposed to be the ATM machine for both of them. They expected that 4-year-old to provide enough money to support not only Brittany, but her mama too. And if PJ dumb self didn't see this coming, then he's a fool. But we already know that. That's why he'll forever be a classic intervention case study. Brittany is the baby mama and she's mad that she doesn't have wife benefits. The purpose of child support is to take care of the child, not you. And if you can't pay your rent in California, up there renting out Airbnbs, then you have to do what everybody else has to do. Move somewhere you can afford. And then why is she in LA in the first place? If he's in Dallas and you really cared about him spending more time with his son, which of course she doesn't care, but that's an excuse. But yeah, if you really cared, then she would have moved to Texas to be closer, where it's also
Facts, I just said that.
More affordable and she can thrive personally. But no, she want to live a glamorous single life in LA County somewhere, but can't afford it. Up here complaining about shopping at Target when I thought y'all was boycotting Target. Another lie, by the way, these folks are still up in Target every day. But yeah, Brittany is telling the judge she's broke. She says she can't provide for herself or her son, so the judge should force PJ to pay her at least $420,000 per year and cover her $50,000 attorney fees.
That's crazy. Now, just because she's struggling, he has to pay for her attorney fees. But here's the thing. Nobody told you to go to court, Brittany. So why should he? And guys, this shit actually happens in some states. Well, the man has to pay the woman's attorney fees on top of his own attorney fees. I mean, that is crazy. When the woman decided to breach the contract, you still got to pay for her attorney fees. Once again, guys, the Democrats have this is that old liberal shit, to where they set it up to where a woman can just change the terms whenever she feels like it. This is outrageous. This is crazy to me. She's actually trying to break the agreement that's already been set, that she agreed upon. Now she wants more because she's broke. She's going broke. And she's jealous of him because he's moved on and got married.
Because although she filed the paperwork, according to her, she couldn't afford the lawyer either. Which is also crazy to me because if that's true, she should have had a legal aid lawyer. Why are they allowed to run up attorney fees and expect somebody else to pay that too?
Right.
Just trifling, broke, and begging with no shame. Super embarrassing.
You don't pay for either. $170,000 to your with $11,000 in your son's bank account.
Brittany Renner definitely went broke cosplaying religion, cosplaying as a Muslim, okay? Because there's video circulating of her and her mother getting into it with her baby daddy and his wife. And it's like, you do realize that you're wrong. You do realize that you're wrong. In the video, she is saying that he gave his $100,000, his being his wife and also the mother of his child, while his son that they share only has $11,000 in his bank account. Mind you, this son is 4 years old. How much money should this child have in his bank account at 4 years old? He has more than me.
The funniest thing about the whole Brittany Renner situation where she's beefing with her baby daddy is that I would be willing to bet that throughout the course of her career, if you can call it that, there was probably a many men who were spending money on her that they could have been spending on their children, and that sort of behavior was never an issue with her until she found herself the baby mama. Now all of a sudden everybody needs to have their priorities in check. Now all of a sudden there's an issue with men spending money on hoes. Like, girl, please. You're sitting out here screaming at the top of your lungs that he spent $170,000 on his, but there's only $11,000 in y'all's son's bank account. Meanwhile, that is his wife that he's married to and has multiple children with, and the son who's only got $11,000 is 4.
Brittany Renner is a bitter baby mama. She had to watch another woman get the life that she wanted. Watched her get the ring, the wedding, the family. And what did she get? The title of being a baby mama. And that ain't what she really wanted. But she let a man talk her out of her standards. She ended up accepting a baby no ring. And now she living in a life of regrets. And that's sad. That's sad. But Brittany continuously fumbles. She should be farther along in her career. She should have more to show for being the original it girl.
I just said that.
On Instagram and social media. But she don't, because she continuously fumbles.
Brittany definitely planned all that out, and she wasn't alone. Her mama helped her. That's who these city girl witches usually get it from. They get it from their OG city girl mama. And they both sat up there in her mama's house, super mad, super irritated that he was about to come up big. And he was giving them $5,500 per month, which wasn't enough for them because her mama is broke too. So Brittany couldn't afford to take care of the baby, herself, and her mama with $5,500 per month. When again, child support is child support, not baby mama support, not grandmammy support, child support. And if she can't afford to take care of the child, then give him to the father. But of course she won't do that because that baby is her meal ticket. She would never do what's best for the child. Why? Because for them, it's not about the child anyway. All of this is about her. And yeah, PJ Washington is a complete fool. He's super annoying, and although Brittany preyed on him while he was in college, he still never learned his lesson. That's evident. At the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. And Brittany is flat out wrong. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this mess below. Gotta send a shout out to Caleb. I appreciate you, Caleb. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Lady.
All right, guys. That woman hit it on the head because Brittany Renner, she was getting a lot. Brittany Renner was getting paid when she was in her prime. Even when she was with PJ Washington, she was getting paid. When she broke up with him, she got $5,500 a month plus the lump sum, which she didn't tell nobody about. You see, guys, what's happening is Brittany Renner, she's older now. And what happens is with a lot of these women, when they start to hit the wall, the industry pretty much phases them out in order to bring the new girls in. And that's what you're bear witnessing. Brittany Renner, she's getting phased out. She didn't really get any better within the industry because this industry that she's in, that you have to be getting better and stronger as the years go by. She hasn't. It's just the same old thing with her. So now she's getting phased out and all the new girls are coming in. And there's no more juice to squeeze from her anymore. And as a result, she's going broke because all these brand deals she was getting, they not coming in as much as like they used to. And now she's down bad. Now she's trying to use that kid as a scapegoat to get more money. What a shame. But anyway, it's your boy MAZ, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Violate that like button. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.